agreements on permanent job loss, on outsourcing, on events that take place to make sure it has no negative impact on our members. We have these restructuring benefits. So as Ron said, these restructuring benefits are coming to an end because our objective now is to fight for full employment. Our objective is to have an opportunity to hire new hires in the future. And brothers, that's as important in this collective agreement as anything. Because if you don't hire new hires in the next 4 or 5 years, then in the next set of negotiations, you're going to have an older workforce. You're going to have more seniority. And on a weighted average, the cost is going to continue to go up, and the corporate community is going to say Canada's too expensive to invest. So we've got to keep an eye on it. In Canada, we have to understand, 10 years ago, General Motors had 30% of market share in Canada. Today, they're less than 15%. And that should concern all of us. And we said to General Motors, for Christ's sake, we got good wages, we got good benefits, we got good conditions, we got good pensions. You gotta market our vehicles, or that decline will continue to fall, putting our members' lives in jeopardy and putting future generations in jeopardy. So brothers and sisters, on behalf of the bargaining committee, I just want to say to each and every one of you, this is a grueling process, the folks that are left. This is about as tough as it gets. But each and every day, I wake up an auto worker. When I walked in this morning, I walked in the front door as I did 4 years ago. When I took the national president's job, I said I'm going to be a rank and file president. When I walked through the halls today, I went out there and talked to members as they come in. Because we share your anxieties. We share your frustrations. I share the camaraderie with your bargaining committee and rank and file members like a family in the last 7 weeks. In the last 4 years, I've seen people lose their jobs through no faults of their own. I've been to meeting after meeting after meetings where workers lost their pension plans in other industries and never recovered. I've seen young people stand up at a mic with 2 or 3 kids and say, I just lost a job, and the only opportunities I'll have moving forward is contract jobs. Brothers and sisters, we do incredibly well at General Motors. We do incredibly well at Ford. We do incredibly well at Chrysler. As a result of our work at GM, Ford, and Chrysler, Honda and Toyota does incredibly well in Ontario because we maintain the standards on Ontario to make sure that the competitors keep their wage and benefits and pensions in the ballpark of where we get it, and the employer pays it to keep the union up. So my remarks today is to ask you to unanimously endorse this collective agreement because we want to send a message to General Motors that number one, we need General Motors. We need them. We can be critical of them from time to time, but I will not be critical of an employer that provides thousands of jobs and then provides thousands of incomes for retirees. We need General Motors to rebuild. We need General Motors to grow market share. We need General Motors to sell more cars where we'll have more strength and more opportunities moving forward. So in my closing remarks, I want to thank General Motors workers for your support, for your encouragement, for your camaraderie over the years. I want to thank the bargaining committee for focusing on our members' needs and isolating on our membership needs moving forward. And all of the personalities that comes with being a human being was put aside for the interest of our members. So today I also want to say pattern bargaining works. And I want to emphasize that because these companies tried to break the pattern. We went to Ford Motor Company, quite frankly, because they showed a willingness after 2 or 3 weeks of putting up roadblocks. That's the only reason we went to them. And then we said, if there's any place we're going to get a deal, it's at Ford Motor Company because they didn't get government loans. I can't even imagine if we selected General Motors and we were forced to go out on strike, what the public backlash would be against our members. But brothers and sisters, I can take the public backlash. You can take it. But what we can't take is a public backlash against the products we build, or we will continue to put a coffin in our graves. Quite frankly, that's not what we want. We want to build this company. We want to build jobs. We want to build opportunities. We want to make sure your kids and your grandkids get the same opportunity that we all got that worked in the auto industry and represented by an incredible union called UAW and CAW over our lifetime. So brothers and sisters, once again, I want to ask you, in fact, I want to plead with you to vote yes for this collective agreement. And the reason I want to is because